this was a trip out of town for us when we stayed up in North Memphis. A major trip. I mean, we were like, wow, we're really going to some place grand, because before, in the 60s, coming from the area I come from, which was Scudderfield, some folks had cars, but not a whole lot. And we had a 1955 DeSoto, and we would come down here and do picnics, you know. I don't know how my dad got 8 kids, my mom, and a picnic basket down here every year. 4th of July, we would try and come, and sometimes we'd bring cousins and friends and neighbors. There was once Riverview Church of God in Christ planned a picnic, and we had one big yellow bus, and maybe it seems like 1,000 kids piled into that bus from the neighborhood out of Scudderfield to come to T.O. Fuller State Park. Wow. I don't know how we fed them all. I don't know how we got them all on the bus, but we had a wonderful time. And I think that was in 65, 66. But the park has always been legendary and very dear, because Extreme City Boy from inner city, it was like a Tarzan movie at the time, because kids were into fantasies. And, you know, being kids, you just, wow, we're in the jungle, we're in the woods, and we get to see chipmunks and stuff playing, and squirrels. We didn't get to see much of that. Is where I came from, because we were in the concrete jungle. Projects is not a very good place to have a kid grow up, but that's where we started. This was the only swimming pool for miles, and the only basketball courts where you can play competition from other kids in other neighborhoods, you know. Growing up in the 60s and 70s, we had bicycle rim basketballs, and then when you really got to come to a place where you could really play basketball, it was a big deal. It was a great issue. So, wow, you know, it's like Madison Square Garden for some of us kids. So we come down here and we play. Whatever it was a big deal, because, you know, it's kind of out the way, but you can at least be bicycle accessible, because, you know, you had little trails and stuff that you can jump from Westwood, and then you can ride through Walker Homes, and you can come over here and play ball. Or if you had a car, which I didn't until I got grown, you know, it was the place to go. And if you had a big brother like I did, I had 3 of them, and they let you hang out with them and hang out with the guys and sit and talk. We come down and have a wonderful time, thinking, hey, this is the place kids can come and hang out, and that's what we did. And everybody kind of look out for everybody, you know, come and eat or whatever we need to do. Burn some meat, because it was a nice place to hang out. And we mainly would come to Fuller Park. My brothers, I was hanging because I was too little. They came and showed off their pretty cars in Fuller Park, down in that Deus area. They come down there and they show the road runners off, the GTOs, you know, and all guys from all over. It was like a car show. They would come down here and show their pretty cars and drive around, burn a little rubber every now and then. This is the place to come and hang out. So, and every Friday and Saturday, a lot of these cats would come down here. They just flexing their muscle cars. Yeah, that's what they would do. And we had the speakers in the back, like I had speakers, little speakers in the back of the cars. Just play your music loud, act tough, be young kids, young men and women hanging out. So when I got my first car, I would bring it to the park, but mine was a piece of junk. I didn't fix it up or anything, but it was good enough to get me, and I could chill and just hang in the park and listen to music. And that was the biggest thing I remember about coming to this park. We could sit there and listen, and I'd get ran out because I liked rock and roll, and they were into the OJs and those type of guys. I didn't like those guys. I like rock. Yeah, I was the oddball. But that's what cats would come out. They would do their OJs, their Temptations, their Tempraries. I remember those music genres, and I would be the exact opposite of what they were listening to. But that's the way I like headbanging. They liked being down here. The Barcades, the Tempraries, these are Memphis bands, and sometimes they would do shows down here. And what's the other one? I had a friend that was Dwayne Dick. I think they came and played, and they would do little shows down here every now and then, little stadiums and stuff. That was so long ago. Just cutting their teeth doing little band shows down here. Oh, they go in the full park and have a show, and they throw little shows. And folks play their music and have fun. Full park. We failed. I failed. Because I forgot. I forgot how much fun I had in this park. Yeah. Coming back and saying, God, this was a great place to go explore it. Kids need to explore stuff. They need to go jump around and get in sand and get dirty. We put a helmet on a kid that needs to ride a bike. Just to be riding. He needs to get bruises and bumped up a little bit. Somebody, I don't want my child to feel nothing. Wait a minute, they do need, that's how they learn. That's how they become strong. That's how our country was strong. We got some bumps and bruises along the way. Right now, I think this is the biggest kept secret in the state of Tennessee. And what can happen, and what it should be. I mean, here it is. You have a state park in the end of the city, and no one knows about it. And the folks that know about it, oh, I used to come to this park. I mean, I feel like we're getting cheated. Now, not only is it one of the first African American parks in the country, not only is it that, but then you got all this great stuff going on down here. Shelters, picnic areas, camping, anything you ever want in a park. And no one's coming to it like it's supposed to. I mean, I stay on the other side of town, and I would like to see it just to be to hang out again, where folks come and just have fun, bring your kids, go swim and swing a little bit, you know, run up and down, learn a little bit about nature. That's cool. It's not getting the exposure as a part of the community like it should get. It deserves that. I mean, it's rich in history. No one knows about T.O. Fuller and how he fought. And it wasn't that he was fighting for civil rights or anything, it's just that he was fighting for his community. And that's the difference. We want to throw all these labels about civil rights and everything. Wait a minute, these people were fighting for their families and their community and making their community stronger and better, which was what anybody in this country has a right to do. I know that this park played a lot of us growing up and having fun. And 4th of July, this place would be packed with folks out here grilling and the worst grills in the world, by the way. But they were grilling. And eating and drinking and playing and kids playing softball. This was the happening place every 4th of July. All, you know, from June to August, every Saturday you have a bunch of folks out here, you know, for years. And for it to be kind of slow, I mean, this should be a place where folks be doing something every day during the summertime. They should have some kids down here. They should know this was a place that was especially set aside for you. To be you, to enjoy, place in nature, its deep history, all the great things that are still going on, the fresh air, the ambiance. You can come out here and play and run through the woods, which you need to know how to do. You know, you got camping, you got hiking, things you need to know how to do to be a person. You got nature out here, you know. You got shade tree. You got a lot of heat too. You got a big swimming pool, which has been here for who knows how long. It's yours. You know, you should know this was what old folks came and brought their kids to have a good time. Keep the tradition going on. Let's start some traditions. One of the best traditions is going back to the old ways of doing things, which is having picnics. Sure, there's an inconvenience. You got ants and mosquitoes and all that kind of stuff, but that's what makes you a person. A little suffering, a little happiness. Those are memories that can be made here in this park. I mean, you can sit and have a blast. Just going back in time, taking the telephones away, putting away the laptops and notebooks, and just enjoying what God has given you to enjoy.